Good morning, everyone. My respect to the compeers, General Secretary, POM Student Conference, my to President, POM Logism and Executives, Speaker, Union Assembly, POM Student Conference and Executive, Advisory Board, POM Student Conference, Pastor, LTPC and Executive, President, LTSU and Executive, President, Chamber of Commerce and Executive, all Ward President, distinguished principal, headmasters, headmistresses from various institutions and school, STO, tapashis, police personnel, public, and student friends. At the very outset, all the public present here, students present here, for all the cooperation to the call of the conference. Not even the rain, not even the storm, not even the thunder can stop us this rally when the people's voice is with us and when God is with us. We the Eastern Nagas people stand united in voicing our deep anguish and firm opposition to the construction of Indo-Myanmar border fence and scrapping of the Free Movement Region, FMR, our ancestral land, spanned both sides of the artificial border, drawn without our consent or consideration. For generations, we have lived as one people, sharing lands, blood, culture, and history. The imposition of border fencing and restrictive pass system not only violates our tradition, our customary and human rights, but also threaten to serve the deep-rooted social, cultural, and economic ties we have sustained for centuries. This line, born out of arbitrary colonial decisions, beginning with the Treaty of Yandabo 1826, and later demarcation of in 1934, 1881, 1894, 1896, 1921, 1922, and finally the 1967 Yangon Agreement was drawn without the knowledge of or consent of the indigenous communities. The village of Longleng stands as a strict example. Here the border cuts through the heart of community, dividing families, homes, and farmlands. The proposed fencing would bring unimaginable hardship, not only dividing our people or agricultural land, but also disrupting essential access to food, medicines, education, and livelihoods. Many villages on the Indian side depend on lands and families connecting across the border in Myanmar. To erect a fence through this living heritage is both inhuman and unjust. The free movement regime, introduced in the 1970s and reaffirmed in 2018, recognize our unique ways of life and allow movement within 16 kilometers on either side of the border without visa requirement. It acknowledges our historical, cultural, and family ties and ensure an examples of continuity in our interconnected lives. Its unilateral revocation is a grave misstep, one that disregards indigenous realities and undermines the fabric of our communities. The movement contradicts India's own neighborhood first and Act East policies, which emphasize regional connectivity, people-to-people ties, inclusive growth. Fencing the 1,640 kilometers boundaries disregard this principle and signals a shift away from understanding and empathy towards exclusion and fragmentation. Fencing is not a solution, but unity and loyalty of the heart is. Our unity across this border is more than a legacy. It is a living bridge for our rising India, the Bharat. Let us fortify the ties that bind us. Let us nurture the spirit of oneness and not fracture the soul of the people who cherish their place within this great nation. Let us join our hands with the rest of our Eastern Naga families to immediately suspend the construction of Indo-Myanmar borders, acknowledging its detrimental impact of our indigenous communities and ancestral land. Let us reinstate 2018 free movement regime in its original form, allowing unrestricted movement within 16 kilometers to preserve cultural, social, and economic life. We are one people, united by soul, blood, ancestral, and heritage. The border may be drawn on maps, but in our hearts, our unity endures. Fencing is not a solution. True strength lies in recognizing and respecting the living bonds that define us. Let us uphold the spirit of inclusion and unity. Let us build a bridge, not a wall. We urge your intervention to ensure a just, compassionate, and cultural peaceful resolution. Thank you.